He's getting more unhinged and bizarre each and every day. So Donald Trump's Wednesday freakout was a sight to behold. Donald Trump was supposed to sign into law the Laken-Riley Act, which he did. Took him 7 days to do that while he's been playing golf and shutting down government funding to go to where it's needed, and then rescinding a memo shutting down the government funding. But then his press secretary said it wasn't rescinded, so states had to go into court to get another injunction to block Donald Trump from depriving people of emergency and necessary and critical government funding. But while all of that was going on, what was Donald Trump doing? Well, he was sitting around and making posts like this. Watch the water. Donald Trump has pretended or lied that he sent the United States military into the state of California to turn on a faucet in the Northwest, which is entirely false. And Donald Trump and some of his QAnon cult are now saying that Donald Trump was responsible for the rain. Donald Trump was reposting an account called Spiritual Fighter, which is a QAnon account. She then responds, if it is a she, who goes, "Thank Q at Real Donald Trump for posting the link to my reply on your Truth Social post. It's a great honor." And her account is literally a QAnon account that says, "Where we go one, we go all," the QAnon slogan. But she thanked Q for Donald Trump reposting it. And Donald Trump just reposting QAnon stuff. More posts by Donald Trump saying, "Let it flow." Trump sends in military to turn on the water flow in California. Again, that never happened. The mental breakdown, the lies, the delusion, the insanity here is omnipresent. Next, Donald Trump, well, they're advertising on his social media platform. When you look through his posts, "We're giving away free Trump second term gold coins to everyone who clicks this." Also, at the same time RFK Jr.'s confirmation hearing was taking place, they were also advertising on Donald Trump's social media platform, 10% off ivermectin. They're still selling that crap on Trump's social media site. More weird posts by Donald Trump referring to himself as the GOAT, the GOAT, and he claims that America's now great again in 1 week. Frankly, we've never been weaker than before in our history. And then Donald Trump finally gets to this press conference and he's asked a question. He's talking about all these other things in the press conference. He's talking about lies that America sent $50 million bomb condoms to Gaza, that we sent bomb condoms that became bombs used by Hamas. 100% false. Not a single dollar went to Gaza for condoms. There was aid that went to Gaza. America sent internationally about $60 million of contraceptive aid internationally, but there were no condom bombs or condoms. But anyway, Donald Trump and MAGA will lie about everything. The bigger, the more outlandish is their WMD, their weapon of mass distraction, from the fact that egg prices are not down, grocery prices are not down, gas prices are up, the economy ain't better. The Federal Reserve refused to lower interest rates because of Donald Trump's chaos, to which Donald Trump then started attacking the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Chairman Powell, and saying that they're too focused on DEI and green stuff and don't care about the economy. Anyway, Trump was asked, "Can you take a quick question on government funding? Like, you've created mass pandemonium and chaos in this country. What's your response?" Trump goes, "I don't think it's appropriate timing to talk about that. It's not appropriate." Here, watch this.
Thank you.
Mr. President, government funding. Can you take a quick question on government funding? The pause.
I don't think this is appropriate time, really. I respect that, but I don't think it's appropriate. I can just tell you government is doing very well, and we're cutting way back, but this is not the appropriate time. Thank you.
But what was Donald Trump talking about? Lying and saying that they stopped $50 million to Gaza to buy condom bombs. But to be very clear, as Josh Rogin makes sense, according to comprehensive reports issued by the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, not a penny of the $60.8 million in contraceptive and condom shipments funded by the U.S. in the past year went to Gaza. But here's what Trump said. Let's play it.
In that process, we identified and stopped $50 million being sent to Gaza to buy condoms for Hamas, 50 million. And you know what's happened to them? They've used them as a method of making bombs. How about that?
Then Donald Trump talked about his threats to Colombia and the fake deal he made with Colombia, which preserved the status quo that existed when President Biden was in office. But then Donald Trump said to Colombia, Donald Trump goes, I told them you're going to take your migrants back and you're going to like it. Here, play this clip.
You probably read about Colombia 2 days ago. They said, no, we're not taking them. I said, we're going to take them. You're going to take them. You're going to like it too. You're going to take them.
By the way, that's how abusers talk. And look, Donald Trump is someone found liable of sexual assault. He is someone who was separately convicted of 34 felony counts in New York. He talks like a mobster.
Did you know that the liver is the second largest organ in your body? It's responsible for over 500 functions in your body, but for some reason, liver health doesn't always get the attention that it deserves. Dose for Your Liver was formulated to cleanse your liver of unwanted elements, aid digestion, and maintain your body's filter. Why does this matter? Well, your liver is the second largest organ in your body and is responsible for over 500 functions in your body. It acts as your body's filter, flushing out unwanted elements and breaking down what you consume into essential nutrients. The liver produces and regulates cholesterol, stores vitamins and minerals, and impacts digestive and metabolic health, amongst many other things. Dose's science-backed formula promotes liver function, aids digestion, eases bloating, and even boosts energy levels. Clinical results. In a double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial, Dose for Your Liver lowered liver enzyme levels by 50% in over 86% of participants. Stick with Dose and feel the incredible benefits over time with more energy, better digestion, reduced bloating, healthier liver enzyme function, reduction of brain fog, and better sleep. One Dose for Your Liver shot is equivalent to 17 shots of turmeric juice. Dose is gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, and vegan. Save 30% on your first month of subscription by going to dosedaily.co/Meidas or entering Meidas at checkout. That's dosedaily.co/Meidas for 30% off your first month subscription.
Then Donald Trump talks about how he's basically going to be opening up what appears to be a concentration camp in Guantanamo Bay. They're calling it a migrant facility in Guantanamo Bay. Let me show you this.
Today, I'm also signing an executive order to instruct the Departments of Defense and Homeland Security to begin preparing the 30,000 person migrant facility at Guantanamo Bay. Most people don't even know about it. We have 30,000 beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people. Some of them are so bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them because we don't want them coming back. So we're going to send them out to Guantanamo.
And then Donald Trump posts the following, a photo of Pete Hegseth, who's the former Fox host, someone entirely unqualified to become the defense secretary, who the MAGA Republicans confirmed. And now Donald Trump and Hegseth are just lying about the numbers, and they go, recruiting numbers are up. The Army is now scheduled to meet all of its goals. All woke base names are gone. Fort Liberty's back to being Fort Bragg. Oh yeah, you just solved everything. Recruitment's all of a sudden up. Everything's great. Folks, this is Kim Jong-un, Vladimir Putin style propaganda. This is the epitome of weakness. By the way, in addition to freezing government aid being shipped out, this is why they did a freeze on government communication. They don't want to report disease numbers. They don't want to report the real economic numbers. They don't want to report recruitment numbers. Why? They want to do this Kim Jong-un crap and just lie. They think that's strength. Remember what he said during COVID? Like a miracle, it's all going to just go away. And they expect us to buy into the propaganda. Pete Hegseth then posted, we don't want criminal illegals on our soil. They need to go home. Using Gitmo will facilitate that. It's the perfect location, he says. And by the way, there's also a recent study showing that most of the people, or majority of the people they're rounding up they don't have criminal records. They're not terrorists. They're migrants who are contributing to the economy. Don't get me wrong, there are some criminals, but Biden was deporting criminals. Biden had less border crossings than Trump did at the end of Biden's term. Oh, and then there's this piece of news while all of this is going on, that you have Zuckerberg's Meta is agreeing to pay Donald Trump $25 million. Donald Trump filed some ridiculous lawsuit for being blocked by Facebook in 2021. And the way Donald Trump had ABC kiss the ring and pay him $15 million. Well, now Donald Trump using the office of the presidency to have the broligarchs pay him money, which they say $23 million or $22 million is going to the presidential library that's not built, $3 million going to legal funds. And by the way, so what we told you is going to happen, Trump was going to go to those billionaires who kissed the ring and say, you have to pay me money. So while your gas prices are not lower, while your egg prices are not lower, while your groceries are not lower, while your housing is not more affordable, while the government freeze may have thrown you and your family into an utter panic and has crippled our country, while we are weaker internationally than we've ever been in the history of the United States, Donald Trump's out there asking his broligarchs to pay him legal settlements to enrich himself, to enrich his lawyers, and for future presidential libraries. I'm wink, wink, I'm sure about that. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers. The truth is so critical now more than ever. I want to thank my friends at Snapstream, by the way, for helping with those clips. Thank you. And go to patreon.com/MeidasTouch. And let's go to MeidasPlus.com as well. Thanks for watching.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.